Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Happy Thursday, trudging on Thursdays. Good morning. I check, make sure it's still morning. All right. Now, internet's been going in and out, kind of. So if I'm gone for a second, I've got to figure out, make sure it's, because tomorrow they turn off my other internet. So, did some recycling, did the things I'm supposed to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So it's just part of what I do. But happy Thursday to you. One day closer to Friday. All right. It already feels like summertime in Colorado, man. Grass is already dead. Oh, we're going to be on such a tight water restriction. So, yeah. Save it. Save the water for your gardens. I'm going to talk to my landlord. What? He's not really our landlord. We're supposed to own this house, so I don't know what I call him. But at the moment, he's a landlord. He's the guy that owns it. Whatever. He's part of the family. Seems scary. I was going to talk to him and let him know, hey, I'm probably not going to be watering that much because if we go over, man, it's going to be expensive. So probably just be the front yard. The other water will be saved for the slip and slide. Priorities. Do I want my grass green or do I want my grandkids to be entertained while they're over? I mean, decisions, man. If these are the decisions I have to make, I'm fine with it. If these are my problems, all right. And then my one of my bonus daughters, we got to teach her to stop taking 20-minute fucking showers. All right. But there again, if that's my problem, I'll take it. Oh man, kind of wore out this week. Last week and this week's been pretty busy, and it's just been kind of one podcast after another. I'm almost all the way through, and we have 2 sober dudes today, so I get through that one. Tomorrow I have another podcast. His name is Mike Brown. He is an interventionist from California, part of the Take 12 radio team. So get an interventionist on here. I've had a couple of interventionists, but it's good to get these different ways, right? And you're probably thinking, Dion, why would I need to listen to an interventionist? If you're going to 12 step, if you're going to work with other alcoholics, having more tools under your belt really helps. Yeah. You might even go listen to him and be like, wait a minute, I'd make a really good interventionist. And then you could reach out to Mike and maybe figure out how to be an interventionist. And yay for you. Oh, isn't it funny that there were more downloads from a speaker that people didn't really know compared to like the supposedly bigger speakers? Right? Jonathan already blew both of those out of the water already. So yeah, thanks for that. I had 51 downloads yesterday. That's a lot. Today I'm already at 40. So I don't know what's going on, but my Podbean is taking off. On YouTube, though, 2 views. Come on, people. Come on, 2 views. Work with me. Do I not entertain you? Maybe it's time to switch things up. Yeah. No, we're still going to do the podcast. All right. It is time. You know what time it is? It's not just 11:35. It's time for Dion's Daily Funnies. Looks like we got one person here so far. They'll start to pile in like the beginning of an AA meeting where everybody's trying to avoid doing service work, so they show up late. All right. You think we don't know? You think we don't know? You're not as sneaky as you think you are, Mr. or Miss Alcoholic. I thought I was sneaky too, but see, we tend to do the same thing, so it's not hard for us to figure out. How does Darth Vader like his toast? He likes it a little on the dark side. See, one of these jokes is going to be so bad that the internet's going to be like, I'm not working for you anymore. Oh. Why won't Apple start making cars? They wouldn't support Windows. Yeah. If you're not going to support Windows, I mean, oh. Why does Marvel advertise the Hulk the most? Because he's basically one big banner. Basically. There's just all these jokes, and then all of a sudden it's like, do you urinate a lot? Causes of night sweats in elderly women. It's like, okay. Well, that was a switch. What type of coordination was Whitney Houston most famous for? Hand I don't get it. And I'm a Whitney Houston fan. I know hand and I get that, but I don't. Anyway, doesn't matter. You get it. That's all that matters, right? What do you say when Dwayne Johnson buys something to cut with? Rock, pay for scissors. People are surprised that I have a police record, but I love every little thing she does is magic. Okay. It didn't like that joke. Fuck it. We'll move on. My daughter asked me to stop singing Wonderwall. I said, maybe. That one I get. One of my favorite Oasis songs. And I said, maybe. All right. I had a joke about Nirvana, but never mind. I saw a theft at an Apple store. So that makes me an eyewitness. I am Buzz Aldrin, second man on the moon to step on the moon. Kneel before me. All right. Pop culture jokes, those seem to be working a little bit better. All right. Today we're talking about the teaching is over. All right. We're going to read the daily reflection and then kind of get into we're probably not going to be in the big book. It goes to 164. But the part in 164 is in the daily reflection. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll hit at least 30 minutes. Don't worry, I'm still going to entertain you for your morning. I got you covered. Don't miss Two Sober Dudes today at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We'll be live. I have no idea what the topic is. Throw some topics at us. What would you like to hear the two sober dudes talk about today? Let us know. All right. I'm going to go ask the WhatsApp group too. All right. Abandon yourself to God as you understand. Okay. Clearly, I have marbles in my mouth today. Abandon yourself, and they're probably the marbles you lost, huh? All right. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. What a key sentence, as you understand God. Right? These are the directions. They're like the really short version of the 12 steps. Admit your faults to Him and to your fellows. Good old 8th and 9th step, right? Clear away the wreckage of your past. It's 4 and 5. All right. The first one was 1, 2, and 3. Give freely of what you find and join us. 10, 11, and 12. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you Until then, Alcoholics Anonymous, page 164. Yes, that is where I got Trudging Together. It's where I stole it from the big book. I steal everything from the big book. It's my way of life. And it worked really well. I don't even know how I came up with that name, but I did. That was me. I came up with that one. ChatGPT was not around yet. Got it. Thanks for stopping by, Amber. I love you. Have an awesome day. Go get them sales. Hit them. I tried to come on at 11 for you. I really did, but I just didn't wake up in time. So, but thank you for saying hi. I do appreciate that. I love you a lot, honey. All right. It goes on to say, these words put a lump in my throat each time I read them. In the beginning, it was because I felt, oh no, the teaching is over. Oh no, it's not. Well, hey, I not only live this program and work this program, I get to do it like 24 hours a day. I also work in this field. So I am always learning. I was just kind of talking about it earlier. Why do we need a interventionist to come on? We're already sober because they will teach you more skills to help other people. The more skills I can get to help other people. Yeah, right. Um Now that I'm on my own, it will never be this new again. Oh, just you wait. Just wait. There's new stuff coming. But the newness, the being naive, there's going to be some days when you're going to be like, gosh, I wish I was still kind of naive. It was a little bit more fun. All right, but life was kind of sucky then too, right? But I wish I was where I was at, but naive. Uh, Today, I feel a deep affection for our AA pioneers when I read this passage, and you should. You should. Look at all the information they left us, and they didn't want anything from you. They didn't even know that you exist. They don't know you're around. Bill W doesn't know who you are. Dr. Bob, Clarence, all the Lois, all the people that came before, they don't know who you are. All right. And what did they do? Well, they planted trees of which I got to sit in the shade. The original members of First 100 did not have the trees to sit under. They started that for us. Well, maybe from Washingtonians but it started somewhere. I am sitting in the shade of trees that I did not plant, but I am planting trees of which I will never be able to sit under the shade. It is a pay it forward. Thank you. Uh, when we might sometimes get a little upset with old timers. Maybe they're a little cranky, but if it wasn't for them, this program would not be around. Okay. Now it is our turn. It is our turn to make our mark and make sure that the program continues for the next people. People you will never meet. They're not going to know who you are. They don't need to know who we are. Do you know how many people contributed to Alcoholics Anonymous and you have no clue? Yeah, a lot. Look at all this stuff, all these books and meetings and okay. Now in the beginning, AA is going to kind of just look like your home group till you find out that it's a lot bigger than you realize. There's a lot more moving parts to AA than you realize. Go listen to Jonathan yesterday. He was talking about being a GSR, okay, which I think is awesome. When you can find somebody that enjoys being a GSR and who's good at it, use them. Hey, I'd make a horrible. I wouldn't be the best GSR. I don't want to go to those meetings and argue with those people anymore. I've done my GSR time. I'm not doing it. I don't know that. Yeah, till tonight when we have our group conscious and Amber votes me in because she's a little shit. Because I know you're still here. Well, according to the number, it is. You're still here, but probably not. Maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. Right. So, a deep affection for our AA pioneers. When I read this passage, realizing that it sums up all of what I believe in and strive for, and that with God's blessing, the teaching is never over. I'm never on my own. And every day is brand new. They figured it out. I'm glad they figured it out. There are new things there are new things happening to me right now. It is, it doesn't stop. And I love it. I love learning. I do. I didn't I didn't always say that, but I have always loved learning. But I like learning at my own pace. Yeah, that's where I run into trouble. We're gonna go to page 164 real quick, right? Because did you hear what I was saying? There's another part before that on 164 I kind of wanted to cover. It says, still you may say, but I will not have the benefit of contact with you who write this book. But we did. Maybe not direct contact, but the way that we do our steps, the way that we go through things, absolutely. I am connected to these people on a spiritual basis, which is much stronger than the physical plane. The spiritual plane is that's where the things happen, is in the spiritual plane, right? Abandon yourself to God. You admit your fault, and you will surely meet some of us. Okay. Even right now, you could have a sponsor right now. They'll be really, really, really elderly who who was um who was sponsored by one of the original 100. If one of the original 100 got sober at 18, you see what I did? Maybe they were real young. Maybe they're in their 20s or something. See, we do have contact with those who wrote this book. Just not but we're not going to be able to sit down and ask them questions. Okay. But look at all the information that Alcoholics Anonymous left us. We can certainly utilize that. Right. Now, I'm a big book thumper, and that means a couple of things. Number one, if it's not in the big book, I'm going to question it. Okay. Some of it still works. So you never know. Right. The other thing means I have it memorized. It's part of my dyslexia, like how it works. I've just heard it so many times. Okay. There'll be one day when you've gone to so many meetings that the preamble, you'll know it by heart. I know it by heart. Yeah. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others recover from alcoholism. I'm not going to do the whole thing. You guys know it. And if I did, it'd just be me showing off. And yeah, you already know how fucking cool I am, so I don't need to do that. I didn't do welcome to the Daily Trudge. Dion, host, dude, most stuff. All right. Only my crazy people will get that one. I'm just throwing words out. There's a moment in recovery where we think, I've got this. I already know this. When I came back into the program, I remember you see me. I knew all this. I was a drug and alcohol counselor. I know my stuff. Even when I was drinking, I got some people. I would sit in the bars and get people sober. Not kidding. Got a couple of friends that are at 20 years. I'm sitting at 10. It took me a little bit. Haven't talked to any of them in a real long time, but I know they're still sober. I see their stuff. Ah. So when I came back in, there was a defiance. It was real hard for me to put all my shit aside and listen to somebody else tell me about how to go through it. It was really hard. It's part of the hard part where having a large amount of time and doing it right and all that, and then having to come back and redo it. It feels very, very demeaning. It feels unfair. Oh. But mostly it's just frustrating because your brain's like over there trying to fight all of this at the same time. So I really had to put my stuff aside and just listen and do what my sponsor was telling me to do. And I did. Yeah. Thank you, God. All right. I did, but it wasn't easy to do. All right. All right. So that's not going to happen to me again. I don't think I'll ever have this. I know I won't ever have this. I mean, I already know a lot now. I'm learning more all the time, right? So that's usually where the drift starts there, though. You already know this. That's great. But do you know how to apply it? See, I knew all that stuff, but at the moment I couldn't apply it because I wasn't at certain spots yet. So I went through the motions like everybody else. All right. So recovery is ongoing, right? And we often say, you hear it all the time that we need to stay teachable. There's a reason why open mindedness is indispensable and a non action word so that we can continue to listen for things. Even every day, I ask God for direction. What do you want? What do you need from me today? What would you like me to get done? What is it, are there certain things that need to be taken care of that you need me to do? I'm happy to do it for you. All right. And it keeps me teachable, right? So we never arrive, we just continue forward. Now there's gonna be little plateaus along the way where you get to rest a little bit, but it's not gonna be a resting on your laurels. Usually it's we're stopping to rest we might be moving a little too fast, and the person we're working with that we're leaving them behind. It's more that kind of a situation where we might need to wait for somebody to catch up or something, right? But we are not sitting in our comfort, right? I'm at a plateau right now, but a plateau just means it's more this and not a steep hill. I'm still moving forward. Hey, and I'll go up again, or it might go down. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not there yet, so I don't know. All right, but in the last man, even just the last 2 weeks, it's been gift after gift after gift after gift. A lot has to do with my children, yeah, my grandkids, relationships. You know, things are starting to fall together. Yeah, I'm watching it. It's kind of cool. So, so what do we say by being teachable? Listening, being open, and not thinking I know everything because I don't. I know a lot. I know a lot about alcoholism. Doesn't mean I know a lot about something else, right? I used to be one of those people where I'd run around mansplaining everything. I'd even mansplaining to you. You know what mansplaining is, dude? Do you know it? Oh, I mean, the problem is, isn't what I don't know. It's what I think I already know. I like that one. It is what I think I already know all this. That's great. But without this, I wasn't, again, knowing about it is great. But if I'm not able to apply it, it's still no good. And most of the skills that we learn and that we utilize, we do together. So therefore, I don't always know better, or I wouldn't need to ask for direction. I wouldn't need to ask, right? Because I already know better, right? Now, for some people, this might be true. For me, it is not. I just do the next right thing. I don't really know what the next right thing is. So I like to ask. But if your intuition is ahead of my buck, awesome. Good on you. All right. But even when my intuition steps in or I get a sudden thought, I still got to run it by somebody else. Nah. Now I'm just used to it. Now it almost comes naturally now. Almost. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got that one down. Yeah, okay. Okay. What is the big part? What is the one thing that people will deem time? Well, I'm 20 years sober now. You get now you've been in the program 6 months. What are you gonna teach me? God will will show more to you and to us. It's right in the big book. Says it. God will give us more. That wasn't the end. This was just the beginning. Now we've had 90 years of studies, and there are some things that we add on that help. Yeah. Like AA doesn't teach you goal setting. AA doesn't teach you time management, but people in AA could teach you that. Maybe you've never been to a therapist. You don't know how to look for a therapist. Find somebody in AA. They'll show you how. They'll tell you how. Don't you worry. So time and sobriety is the big one. Ego, and then of course the big one, resting on our laurels, taking our comfort, taking success for yesterday's actions. Right? Got to create new actions today. Right? Had a great time with the podcast with Jonathan. Had a great dude, really cool guy. All right. But that's over with. He's off doing something different today, and he does a lot of stuff in the program. I'm doing 2 sober dudes today. It is passed on, right? Um, and he might be coming back too. He might be coming back on, right? Because 2 sober dudes isn't just me and Tyler all the time. It's whenever it's me and another guy. Who knows? Maybe I could get Tyler, Lucas, and Jonathan on at the same time. Yeah, that'd be kind of good. 4 sober dudes. We could be the male view. Instead of the view, it'd be the male view. That would be so funny. I know you're laughing at it. You better be laughing at it. Right. So when we stop learning in that time, the sobriety, ego, comfort, it starts to sound like I've heard this before. That doesn't apply to me. Yeah, these are dangerous words. Because I'm going to tell you something. Hey, it still happens to me every now and again, but in the beginning it happened almost every single time. I go to a meeting or I'd go somewhere and somebody would just irritate the fuck out of me. It was because I was seeing in them something in me that I didn't appreciate, but I wasn't willing to look at me. So I was deflecting it back to them. You spot it, you got it. You spot it, you got it. It's a if you can get frickin' ego, right? This is going to work. That's how I figured out a lot of my character defects that weren't listed there. Because there's other ones, right? Like being rough, talking rough with people, things like that. Things that are a little bit more specific, right? Being reactive instead of proactive, things like that, right? Yeah. But the learning never stops, right? I mean, how can you say I'll never be perfect, but I've got it? I'll never be perfect, but I got it. Well, wait a minute. That's contradictory because it's not true. Both statements are untrue. Now we got a double negative, which does not make it positive. What happens when we start to close off? We stop growing. And it's not just going to be, all of a sudden you don't stop growing. It's going to be gradual. You're not going to notice it until one day you're going to turn around and be like, I haven't been to a meeting in a week. Listen to somebody that hasn't been to a meeting in a week, and I'll show you an angry alcoholic. Yeah. Get to your meetings. Okay. Get to your home group. Or maybe you don't do meetings. Maybe you have a couple of closed mouth friends. Then you do it. Okay. Whatever it is you do, stay consistent with it. Okay. We stop applying and then we start drifting back into self. And like I said, this is something, okay, now when something big happens and there's sudden change in you, you notice it. But when it's gradual, you do not notice it. You're not going to notice it. It's going to take a while, and that might be too late. You might be drinking by that time. And by that time, it is too late. Right? So what do? Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle of the herd. I'm still in the middle of the herd. That's what I do. I immerse myself in the program. Right? I go to meetings. I do the step work. I help others. And I listen to newcomers. Sometimes the reminder comes from the person with 2 days. Reminder. You think you remember everything. Some people do. They have photographic memory, things like that. That's like 1% of the population. Hey, me. I know I don't. I used to have a brain like a steel trap. I did. Alcohol screwed that all up. That's no longer true. No. I'll forget why I walked in a room. Yeah. Right. So it's just a daily practice. Stay consistent. Check in on yourselves. Stay humble and be willing to hear something new. So the teaching is never over because we're never done growing. I know I'm not. I still got a lot of growing up to do. I do in a lot of places. But I'm okay with that. There are some parts of me, like my inner child, that I am not going to allow to grow up. I have too much fun with my friends. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And keep on trudging.